Okay, how do you brainwash yourself? First of all, the question might seem pretty ridiculous. I mean, why would you want to brainwash yourself? Of course, if you're searching for this, you probably have some ideas. So let's start off by understanding the basic idea. What is brainwash? Why would you want to brainwash yourself, or do you? Well, first of all, the idea is this. Let me put it bluntly to you. You are always being brainwashed. You are brainwashed by your religion. You are brainwashed by your school, by your parents, by your TVs, of course, by the media, by marketing, by other people. The biggest mistake that you can assume is that you actually have an objective reasoning, because most of us overestimate the amount of objectivity we have very, very drastically. It's actually not that true as well. I mean, just think about the fact, if you would, whatever country you're living in, choose some country where the culture is completely different and go there. They will behave completely differently. They will get mad at different things. They will get happy in different things. Different things will be rude and so on and so forth. Take a kid from a lousy neighborhood and take a kid from some pristine neighborhood. Compare their belief systems. What you will find is, all these people, they might have radically different ideas about what is true, what is right, what is wrong, and so on. So where does brainwash come in? Well, brainwash is just, you have to understand, in a certain sense, we are living in what you might call a virtual reality. Now, not to get in the matrix paranoia, but we live in a virtual reality in the sense that we judge the world around us based on our belief structures. So in a sense, they're virtual. They are made up from words. Some religion might have told you a certain sequence of words that this and this is good, this and this and that. And most of us, we don't even question it. We're like, oh, well, that's the basics of values, right? No, it's just what some people decided to spread around to other people. As Terence McKenna put it, there is no real reality. There's only people who know this and people who don't know this, and are therefore being manipulated by people who do know this. So, having said that, having understood that brainwash is everything around you, you're constantly being brainwashed. So, if you think that you're if you think that you're some special spirit who is not being brainwashed, you are drastically wrong. Absolutely wrong. You are brainwashed. I'm brainwashed. The difference between an objective man and a subjective man is that, woman, is that he or she understands that brainwash is something that is always happening. So somebody that gets the upper edge is who understands that you can choose what to brainwash yourself with. And this is where it gets really interesting. Because when you realize this, you realize that, your mind is just taking information and using these beliefs to value reality. If you look deeper, you can totally see how the things that you are brainwashed about absolutely influence your reality and the way that you deal with reality. So actually the question of brainwashing yourself it can be a very beneficial question to understand and a practice to practice. You have to learn to brainwash yourself, because if you're not doing it, somebody else is doing it for you. It can be conscious, it can be unconscious, but in any case, it's being done to you. Don't worry about that. You are brainwashed, and you're going to be brainwashed for every day until the rest of your life. The best that you can do is you can actually take the control in your hands. What does that mean? That means that you have to start consuming content, information that you choose. You understand? You can't just consume any random shit, okay? This is why you don't want to read just any news magazine. You don't want to watch just any TV show. You don't want to watch any random shit on YouTube. In moderation, of course, blah, blah, blah. But in essence, if you are really focused on that, you are basically becoming that. It's brainwashing you. So you can definitely notice this, by the way, in, political or religious matters, where a person living in one side of the world might go, hey, or Russia or something, might go, hey, the Americans are attacking us or something. I'm just putting it out of my ass for the sake of example, so don't get all political about me. I don't care about it. So Russians say, hey, they're attacking us because their news are showing reports that are going, yeah, they're totally mean to us. And the Americans will go, these Russians are crazy. They're totally attacking us. And their news will be like, oh, look, everything is against us. We have to defend and all that. That's just one example of how it works. You have to understand that this works on a larger scale. So you do have to take control of the way that you are being brainwashed as much as possible. In practical terms, what does that mean? In practical terms, what can you do? First of all, you have to reject and stop consuming information that is not beneficial to you. You just gotta stop doing it. Now, of course, I understand, we all are humans, we want some pleasure, stimulus, and all that, so that's all well and good. But ideally, you want to cut out at least too much of consumption of shitty information, of shitty, stupid blogs talking about shitty, stupid stuff, or some negative blogs or negative news or stuff like that. Why would you need that? That only implants beliefs about negativity and weakness in you. You don't want that. Instead, read, autobiographies, read biographies, read psychology books, read philosophy books, read spirituality books. Choose quality content. Choose people that are not just stimulating you with, their tits or a few smart words, or law of attraction, and stuff like that. Choose energy sources. Information is energy. Choose information sources which seem reliable, which are complex for you to understand, so that you would have to actually think with your mind. Brainwash yourself in beneficial things. If you have a specific goal or career goal or relationship goal, find people, find information sources that know about these things and really research that, really look into it, really brainwash yourself in this way. And, in the long term, this means that you will be able to brainwash yourself to be a, specific person, react to things in a specific way, just the way that you want it. So in essence, in regards to the matrix and so on, you become more of a programmer when you learn to brainwash yourself. Because don't ever assume that, real reality is something that the news, TV news knows about and you don't know about the real reality. That's all bullshit. It only takes a bit of introspection and outrospection to really understand this. There is no real. It's all a brainwash. You just have to choose what you brainwash yourself with. So be careful about what beliefs you take in. Be very careful about what values you take in. Everything has to be your choice. Otherwise, it's just brainwash. So brainwash yourself in beneficial ways. Cheers.